Konnichiwa everybody, hello, what is up? My name is Kaiju Taku, and today we are going to review Evangelion this time, the TV series, just the 26 episodes. Now, before I even start this video, I just want to start off by saying that, well actually two things. One, this is going to be a non-spoiler review as always from the last review, Panty and Stocking. I did no spoilers in that review, but there's not going to be any spoilers in this review, but there is, however, going to be spoilers in this review, but that's going to be for part 2, which is the end of Evangelion. With that being said, let's get this review started. So Evangelion is your stereotypical 90s anime, well, animation-wise speaking. It's nothing too special for a 90s anime, like the animation-wise speaking. Although it does have some certain aspects of it that are very artsy and unique throughout the anime. Alright, so I would consider this anime post-apocalyptic. Reason why is because you have these beings known as angels that start attacking Tokyo. And well, this leads to the introduction of our main character, Shinji Ikari, as well as the other children in the anime. I'll get to the other characters later on in this video. Now, the story in a nutshell is more like something like the angels attacking the city and a kid who has to save the world with a giant robot known as Evangelion. If I were to talk more about the anime and the plot, I'd be here all day. This is just a quick summary of the plot, and that's about it. Alright, so I'm not necessarily going to go over all of the characters in the story because doing that would just kind of ruin it a little bit. But I'm just going to go over the three main characters, basically the three children, and I would describe each and every one of the characters as interesting. Reason why is because they've had issues that they dealt with in the past and it affects them later on in the future. And I'm not going to spoil too much on each character's backstory. I am going to go into detail of each main character, not too much detail, but a little bit. But with that being said, let's talk about the main characters. Reason why I say that is because if I go through the full list, then this is going to go on and on. Alright, let's start off with the first child known as Shinji Ikari. Let's just say when he was a kid, his dad abandoned him and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into details of why, because that's just going to spoil the thing. And the entire reason why he wants to pilot the Eva is because, well, he wants his dad's praise. Shinji's personality can be best described as cowardly when he doesn't want to get into the robot at first. Then later on throughout the anime, you find out there is another reason why he wants to pilot the Eva and how it affects the other characters and whatnot throughout the story, or the 26 episode series. So that's basically Shinji Ikari in a nutshell, but he does later throughout the series evolve a little bit, like throughout the interactions with others. And of course you got Rei Ayanami, pilot of Unit 0, or the prototype Eva to be exact. Her personality can be best described as the typical quiet girl in an anime. She is usually blunt with Shinji about his father and whatnot. Not really known much about Rei, except so I can't really say much about her backstory, so that's all I know from this anime. I do know her backstory and everything. I mean, spoiler alert, well, not spoiler alert, she's kind of a clone, but I'm not going to tell you of who, but that's all I know about Rei Ayanami. Well, not really, but that's pretty much all I know. Where do I even begin with this character? Well, let's just say, from what I've seen in the anime, she has way too much pride when it comes to piloting the Eva. She basically does it for fun. Her personality can be best described as aggressive. This would include her feelings as well for others when she does not know how to express her feelings properly. Also, I would consider her kind of a bitch, but that's just me when I see her on screen. Like, she's just way too aggressive, and just her personality is just likable, but unlikable at the same time. So that's all I have to say. Okay, so there are a lot of themes and religious aspects to this anime, but I'm gonna keep it short so we're not here all day. Alright, so from what I can tell, this anime has a lot of themes to it. Here are a few of them: escapism, pride, one's mindset, and separation anxiety. Also, the religion in this anime has a lot of religious references, mainly with Christianity and Judaism and Kabbalah. Also, the angels are actual names from the Bible. This is just a few examples. I know I'm being vague, but that's because I don't want to spoil anything, because if I explained it, I would end up spoiling it if I went into more detail. Now, I've only seen the dub version of Evangelion. The dub version is okay. Sometimes it can be awkward at certain points, like mainly within the first 2 episodes, but other than that, the dubbing is pretty decent. Not bad, but decent. Alright, let's see, what did I like about the anime? Well, there's a lot of stuff I usually like to talk about in this anime. For one, the robots, I like how all 3 units don't look exactly the same. They don't look like regular robots / Gundams, whatever you want to call them. Also, they're well developed in the anime. Also, I like how the angels don't look like angels. By that, I mean they don't have wings or halos or whatever. Also, I like the way how midway through the anime it goes really deep into the character's mindset. Also, the intro is fantastic. Alright, that was my review of Neon Genesis Evangelion, or NG, whatever you want to call it, or Evangelion. I would give this anime a 8 out of 10. Reason why? Because the dubbing is a little bit, not off, but it's all over the place. Not all over the place, but it's here and there. Mainly, I'd say in the first 2 episodes it's just a little off. But that's a one minor complaint. And also the animation is good for something that was made in the 90s, as well as the story goes. For the most part, I would give this anime, like I said earlier, an 8 out of 10. I did enjoy it. It has good rewatch value. That's all I have to say. It's an excellent anime. I would highly, not excellent, I'm not praising it, I'm just giving it a rating and whatnot, but I'm not saying this is the best anime of all time. Well, in my opinion, it is kind of the best anime of all time, but that's just me. I did enjoy it. I actually like the rewatch value. I even have the Perfect Collection, which is surprisingly pricey now these days because of how rare it is to find, but I would highly recommend you watching it online, and if you like it, I would highly recommend getting it and rewatching it as much as you want. With that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Adios, peace out.